So there's a lot of stuff going on with the Scott Peterson, Lacey Peterson case because Scott, for the first time in over 20 years, is speaking. We haven't heard him speak in like over two decades. On Netflix, they have the Lacey Peterson side of it, documentary, and on Peacock, they have his side of it. Okay, the Scott Peterson documentary. Look, I got to tell you something because I've been following this case for a very, very long time. And I can't get over one statement that he made to Amber. This was the same month that his wife was murdered, okay? He spoke to Amber on December 4th, okay? And she was murdered on December 24th. So this is basically 20 days before the murder took place. And Scott said to Amber, my wife is gone. She's dead. He said this on December 4th. That's what, I don't know if you're following me. 20 days before she actually turned out to be dead. Okay, let me tell you my problem. Because I'm a very deep thinker. I really, really try to analyze things, and I try to just come up with some sort of an explanation on things and a justification. I can't come up with anything. I cannot look, I get it. He wanted to cheat on his wife. I get it. Okay. I think everybody could agree to that, right? That he wanted to have a new life with Amber. But he could have said a lot of things, right? He could have said, I'm separated. He could have said that my wife, cheated on me, and I don't want nothing to do with her. We don't have a happy marriage. It's not working out. But to say that she's dead and then she turns up to be dead, to me, that's premeditated. It's like he knew, in other words, he knew what he wanted to do. You see what I'm trying to say? By him saying that, by him saying to Amber, listen, this is the first holidays I'm going to spend without my wife. She's gone. She's dead. Do you understand that she was alive when he was saying this to Amber? I don't know if you're following me. Lacey Peterson was alive and well on December 4th. And he's telling Amber that she's dead. So what does that sound like to you, right? Doesn't that sound premeditated? To me, this is the single most important fact of the whole case. Everything else is circumstantial. Everything else. I'm sorry. I don't care. Everything. I'm not even going to go through all of it. There's so much stuff. But to me, I could come up with a name it anything. Anything like they made a big deal that, he bought a boat secretly. You know how many people I know in my life do shit secretly? I'm actually not a secret person. I tell my wife everything, right, Chad? My wife knows everything about me. She's shaking her head. Oh, yeah. But there are people who hide a lot of shit from their wives, But that doesn't mean they're murderers. You know what I mean? I this whole concept, what about there was hair in the pliers or whatever on the boat? My wife, she's like a dog in the way she sheds. Her hair's all over the place.
You're in a lot of trouble.
Her hair's everywhere. I'm in the bathtub just the other day. There was hair all over me. I mean, I'm saying her hair. Now, I know I'm a very hairy guy. I'm saying my wife's hair. It's like, so that, again, it's circumstantial. You sort of trying to say, all the stuff that they're trying to get this guy on, to me, he's not emotional. You know how many people I know that are not emotional people? That doesn't mean they're murderers. Okay? So, to me, what really proves him, in my mind, to be guilty is what he said to Amber. That's it. Everything else, I could probably have a debate with anybody, and I could probably say, nah, not enough to convict him. Circumstantial. But what I don't feel is circumstantial. What I feel is very strong. Like I'm talking like a grand slam. Not even a home run, a grand slam, right? He's telling her, Amber, okay, on December 4th, his wife is dead. You understand that? She's alive. She's 9 months pregnant. She's alive and well. He's telling her, my wife is dead. This is the first holidays I'm spending without my wife. Nah. There's no justification. That's premeditated. That means he knew. Don't you see what I'm saying? What he wanted to do. Because again, he could have said anything to Amber. Just if he wanted to just cheat on his wife, right? And start a new relationship, he could have said anything. We're separated, I was married, but it's not working out. We're separate. Anything. My wife cheated on me with the Harlem friggin' Globetrotters. Anything. She can say anything. My wife's with a guy, Rico, Suave, anything. He could have came up with a million things to justify why he wanted to start a new relationship with Amber Fry, right? But he says, my wife's dead. My wife's dead. And then she turns out to be dead. Premeditated, in my opinion. To me, that's it. You don't have to watch any documentaries. You don't have to watch all the videos, that the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of videos, that there's so many of them out there on Scott Peterson and Lacey Peterson and all the law enforcement's opinions, their friends' opinions, the family's opinions. It all comes down to what he said to Amber on December 4th. To me, that's the greatest evidence of this whole case. He said to her, my wife is dead. This is the first holiday I'm spending without her. And while he was saying all of this, she was alive and well. And then it turns out that she was dead. Unfortunately, his unborn son, too. God bless him. He would have been what? 22, 23 years old right now. Horrible. Terrible. God bless. God bless them. It's horrible. So sad. She was such a happy girl, Every single video I see on her, she had such a bright smile. Yeah. She was so happy. And her whole life was robbed from her, Her child's life was robbed from him. It's terrible. But that's just my opinion. I feel that's it. I would love someone to try to explain to me how that doesn't just incriminate him, and there's nothing that anybody can say in response. Tell me, can someone argue with me? Someone debate me on that? How, if you're telling a girl on December 4th, my wife is dead, when she's alive and well and 9 months pregnant, and then she turns out to be dead, something's rotten in Denmark. That's just my opinion. That's premeditated, in my opinion. God bless Lacey Peterson and Connor Peterson. May they rest in peace. God bless them both. This video is not financial advice, not a financial planner, not a lawyer, it's not legal advice, but I am the greatest entertainer who's ever lived on planet Earth and the entire universe, the one, the only Apefather in the house, baby. Wow!